Hello, my name is Silver Baksay. I'm now the eldest son of Jesus Christ, son of Jesus Christ, and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This video is replay for reaction. There's comment to video by the Swedish contributors, but also members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, about the missionaries, Sister Talbot and Sister Brendan playing piano at the church meeting. I tried to invite them thereby by this video all those of you to the position and now I actually opened up the position about half a year ago to administer those doctrines of the fullness of the priesthood of the Heavenly Father Elohim and His Son, Eternal Son Jesus Christ. The priesthood has been restored to the authority of Jesus Christ in its fullness until Joseph Smith. The Joseph Smith he couldn't comprehend it, and also Brigham Young. According to that, what we learned here in 2000 or 2013, it seems that the presidents of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, first members to receive the priesthood as fullness, failed completely and died. Did not apply the atonement of Christ, and unfortunately their bodies decomposed, and they stray there somewhere in the spirit world, hopefully in paradise. So if that occurs, as it was occurring to Joseph Smith and to Brigham Young, he was blaspheming inasmuch that the church has a level as it has. I think the prophets is so easily they just carrying forth, they know the future. But there is some more than prophecy. And we're learning about relief society. They believe that the charity never faileth. And maybe those who are fans in Utah of the singer, popular singer, Bible, they see never say never to relief society, right? So I think we might have someone more of the such most perfect humor regarding the way this happening to Gordon Hicks a while ago, that he also died. I mean, also absolutely failed regarding the priesthood of Lord Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus Christ was 33 years old as he actually ascended to heaven. So because we're wishing to President Thomas Spencer Monty absolutely failed, but to really be translated and translated or ascend to heaven. And we not only wishing, right, we also planning. Here's the evidence, the video. So we hope that this video will have a marvelous influence on the hearts of men that they might like to repent. Also, general version of the subject discussed in this spouse and posterity. And that they would like to be translated to heaven or ascend to heaven in this due time of Lord Jesus Christ. So we invited by this video Lindsay Rachel Brinton, who eventually still is serving a full-time mission, proselytizing mission. Of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Sweden, in Scandinavia and Europe Union, to set her plan, reset her plan, so she might appear in a few days here or a few hours. We already have 1st of May today. So today the Young Women presidency was officially changing from Sister Eleni Delicate and the president and the councillors. There's a new general Young Women presidency, absolutely new councillors. I said their images on there, so today great celebration of Young Women. And great thanksgiving to those who was released. I'm also with Young Women. I really appreciate services, young women in the Black Lands, and I excited for it change, which might evoke further changes in thinking. Yahweh is a great influential organization in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Auxiliaries, and maybe the daughter who persuaded their mother so Relief Society might influence the priesthood towards more love, more perfect, more Christ-like love. So it might be easy for priesthood members, as me, for example, to preach the equity of the household of God as Jesus Christ second time already among us, as well as the word of wisdom. So I'd like to be, for example, as a sort of LDS vegan, to abstain from alcohol, cigarettes, coffee, tea, but also to partake only of those herbs which are pleasing to the sight of God and good food in the sight of God. Really, with fruit and thanksgiving. And that's so easy to preach if the religious society is influencing person from anything else. Yes, the lovely influence to members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Saints. For those doesn't know what is the exact love, Jesus Christ was actually doing assemblies. It says not only spiritual assembly, it's really physical assembly of souls. Now, many might wonder why he started as he was 30 years old. However, as he was 33, he ascended to heaven. So, a young man, young women might think that's too early for us. But we see in since Joseph Smith, Joseph failed and died, and we could not be translated and was dead. And now we have here that influence that there might be repentant internal authorities that we might have the appropriate understanding of the priesthood and fullness of story, and we might be translated to heaven or sent to heaven. Yet the tendency is so far that even younger and younger missionaries are called because such an exceedingly great addiction of general authorities and office of Jesus Christ listens in the past tense to administer sin and death to all members of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and every children was free of it. I think that even they also not. So we're looking for changes which are heavenly and feel such a movement around us. So we're looking for changes which are heavenly, heavenly experiences to the future, such as translation of souls of members of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to heaven glory and ascension to heaven in this due time of Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, those who are baptized within 3 years, those who are about 33 years old to ascend, there was already in a church or in Israel for such a long time. Now, to focus on the transfiguration of Lord Jesus Christ, that might be for young men and young women most challenging is through the atonement of Christ and by the obedience to laws and ordinances of God. So also young men and young women and any student can be translated and sent to heaven. Now we need to pursue Christian Mountain because I am in eldest quorum in a position which is sort of junior dissident in eldest quorum. So I have different sorts of distances and different sorts of disciplinary actions on myself. So I actually am in a situation when I barely can say something. Like if elders in Quorum of Apostles and President Monson didn't know any word that I would desire to be translated or sent to heaven, as soon as I get that access to the fruit of the tree of life, that I will start to be completely forgiving and to ascend. Many think that it's impossible because God is far not so lovely, but God is really lovely and God really wants us to be translated to heaven for it. Now, we have about 1 billion of Catholics, about 500 million of Reformed Catholics. They're all invited to Church of Jesus Christ of Baptism to experience the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints really have an authority which is dealing with President Muslim who was born between World Wars in 1920s. And he's got two counselors who was born maybe about that time before Second World War II. So I'm looking forward we might have the love of the future generations, hopefully even that I might be elected the president of first presidency as soon as possible. I am already in the age of presiding authorities. So I was 24 9 years ago. So yeah, Joseph Smith started 24 years old. Yeah, as the president of first presidency. I am actually looking forward to be elected now in these 1 or 2 years. Hopefully within half a year. I will actually able already to be elected. And I'm looking forward that I will actually able might be elected on general board of Jesus Christ Saints above the quorum of first presidents of Jesus Christ Saints to be esteemed and called the officer of the authority of Shiloh. And unto Shiloh the gathering of people is, or to be more perfect in quoting unto him, the gathering is, so Shiloh also need help of Lord Jesus Christ. And the gathering is actually unto Jesus Christ, yet we look forward to understand that Shiloh is also Zion, and Zion is synonym to Shalom. It might not be straight understood, but in Slovak coat of arms, it is so beautifully stated that Shiloh is higher than Shalom. But it is so far, it seems like a smaller hill as the Shalom, where the institution of sacrament has been situated. So that on Mount Shalom, or in the city Shalom, or near Shalom in Jerusalem, there the Jesus Christ was listed in the sacrament. So if I take on those areas, at least at the size for the good for the sign of the food, and here and then Mount Zion is so close to Mount Shalom. It is actually seems like it was the same grade as Shiloh, where Ark of the Covenant was situated for centuries since Joshua, the president, was so powerful that he not only was gaining the land of divinity for Israel, or the land for all the divine of Israel, and for Jesus Christ as well. He wanted from all his kinds. But Joshua was also, for example, causing earth to cease to turn for a while. So it was seeming that the sun was not moving, or in other words, earth was staying still without turning. And yeah, so that's what I am inviting all members of the Church's Catholics to consider how can they help to prioritize to set their translation to heaven, go and ascension to heaven in due time of Jesus Christ as the first priority, and to focus on the change in first presidency, we shall not be in terror of police, also not in terror of military. We shall look forward to President Monson will open up the bands of correspondence, or that he might send a letter that members can petition or translate means that might help the division stronger and stronger until eventually all members might join, and the President will officially pronounce all those members of Jesus Christ Lord Saints for at least 3 years members. They might have some experiences. For those members who are about 33 years old, as Jesus Christ was, or older, to be encouraged by President Monson to ascend to heaven, to ascend to heaven. This far, I dedicated for the religion also, and I dedicate this video to the Most High Himself, Father Elohim, and His Son, through Eternal Son, Jesus Christ, Yahweh, and all translated beings and all saints, as Luke says, with all those who might be called saints, as Zikr Sacred children, and friends, investigators of the Church, of Jesus Christ, the Latter Saints, and I do so by the authority of the Holy Order of the Son of God, Jesus Christ, Master of the Elder Baksay, your President. And as I'm asking you here to be president of the Church of Jesus Christ Lord Saints, I'm also looking forward to be citizen of United America. I'm aspiring to be elected president of United America also. We now living among men which are much better than those of old times, and we also could develop much more perfection on earth. Yet we know that there's lots to do more perfectly to ascend to heaven. So that's what we hope that this video might help Lindsay, Rachel Brinton, and her friends who are creating that mood of her for a while, for time, or for days. That you might have that mood to exceedingly speedingly arrange as missionaries ever was arranging for a university of employment if it was needed. While they was missionaries, the mission president could only them for through phone calls or application form to fill maybe on a P day. So Lindsay might also like to phone me and if I arrange when is she arriving to London, to UK, in the European Union. So when we can approximately count the wedding ceremony. I'm also for great weddings. I was experiencing the great wedding of Duke of Cambridge, who was at that time Prince of Wales, and Duchess of Cambridge, which was those times Miss Middleton. So that might be that Lindsay will also like to have such a great wedding in Washington D.C. and Salt Lake City. We might have two places, so I hope that Lindsay will like to. So far she was not at phone calling nor sending any certificate of her friendship, but I was sending very many in 5 years, right? So it was more than just many. So it was very many awesome movies. So it was about 160 movies so far. So I look forward that Lindsay might have softened heart towards Elder Baksay, and I'm more grateful for him. Elder Baksay was translating her and billions of others to heaven and glory, and Elder Baksay was the one who was influencing also Jesus Christ himself to have another one with focus on Jesus' ascension into heaven and Jesus' transfiguration, where Jesus was setting the sure where he will ascend, when, and what circumstance. There was Peter, James, and John. Jesus was showing the eternal glory to Peter, James, and John. And as Jesus was so shining eternal glory to Peter, James, and John, there also Moses and Elias appeared and was conversing with Jesus Christ about the great ascension. Jesus Christ is then accomplished. Thereafter, my telephone number is 0750-599-751. It's open. Line 3 is 0750-599-751. And my address, I'll put in, I'll type in the description of this video so you might have the address there too, which might have more assurance. So I love you. And we also accomplished some greater acts of Jesus Christ according to the Gospel of St. John the Evangelist, chapter 14, verses 12 to 15. We have something more glorious to accomplish or greater, as Jesus Christ is our advocate with the Father in heaven, so with his advocacy it is easy and light to do greater. I'm looking forward that we might have for each branch and for each ward, or at least for each place where we have a baptistry as in the building, baptistry of Jesus Christ of Latter saying that we might have 1,000 baptisms, the solar day in each one. So that will be quite amazing. Plus all those baptisms of drinkers, record children, and extra from drinkers, record children, that reach the age 8 baptized to it also 1,000 or at least 1,000 for each baptistry of Jesus Christ lessons per day. So I think that's possible and easy. That we might set such a goal at general headquarters, so they might have baptists really experiencing that power of management of baptisms. Missioners might be busier. So I speak to you now from a Bible from New Testament, from the Gospel of St. John the Evangelist, chapter 13. As I have loved you, love one another. This new commandment, love one another. By this you may know that you are my disciples, if you have loved one to another. Love you. Thank you. Bye.